Hi there! If you have made your way to this video, then you are watching the very first Flora and Fables YouTube video. My name is Mallory, and I am the owner of a very teeny tiny small sewing business called Flora and Fables. Right now I'm mostly on TikTok, sharing things that I'm making day to day or orders that I'm sending out. I do have an Etsy, but I'm working on getting into more markets this year. Last year I had just kind of started up sewing, and I did one market. It was towards like mid/end of summer, and so it was kind of a hot, miserable experience, and I wasn't that excited to do a whole lot more. But I did do a Christmas in July event this year that was indoors because I'm in the way south, and it was much more enjoyable, and it's got me really excited for other markets this year. So I've already started signing up for some, and I thought that I would start working on some YouTube videos just to bring y'all along with all that sort of stuff, working on Etsy orders or prepping for markets, and just all the little things that go on in a very small sewing business. But today I figured I'm going to start working on some stuff. I may work on a few Etsy orders, but mostly I'm going to start working on market prep. I have, let's see, there's 3 that I've currently sort of applied to. One I'm still waiting to hear back from. I did apply, and they're supposed to be looking over applications now. Another, I just got confirmation yesterday that I was accepted to. And then the third, you kind of had like a verbal confirmation, but applications haven't actually been sent out yet. So we're going to say maybe to that one, but possibly 3 markets. Anyway, so I just need to start prepping. I need to get ahead of the game and make sure I have plenty of stuff. Yeah, so that's what we're going to get working on. So let's get to sewing. At the market I just did in July for a Christmas in July event, I had like a few categories of different things, and I was a little worried, like if I should just try to get like one specific niche type area, or if I should just stick with all the things that I make, because I make some like kitchen related stuff, some baby related stuff, just like everyday use things like bags and stuff like that. Anyways, I ended up just bringing it all, and I sectioned my booth out so that there was like a designated area for baby stuff, a designated spot for kitchen type thing, you know, so on and so forth. And I was surprised that bowl covers did really well, and bowl koozies. So I'm going to go ahead and start prepping some of those. So I'm cutting out stuff for that. And what else? Oh, grocery bag holders. You know, like the old school, it hangs, you stuff your Walmart bags or whatever else, you like stuff them into the top and then you can just pull it out whenever you need one. I had only bought a couple because I didn't know how it would go, and I sold all of them. So I definitely need to make some more of those. If you are somebody who makes bowl koozies, I have so many questions. I feel like there's like a general acceptable price for them, or price that people are selling them for / buying them for, and they don't feel worth the time. For the amount of time it takes to make a good, you know, supply of them versus what everybody seems to be selling them for, it's like one of my least profitable items. So I just have questions. If you sew and you make bowl koozies, what are you selling them for, and do you feel they're worth your time? That's the biggest thing. Maybe I'm just really slow at making those in particular. I don't know. I'm a little on the line if I'm going to try to make more of those. I did sell some at the last market, but again, I just don't know if I felt like the price was worth my time. Anyways, let's get started. We'll cut out a few grocery bag holders, and then maybe we'll work on some Etsy orders. I don't know. We'll see what we have time for today, but let's get to working.
golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
It's actually been a little bit since I made one of these, so I figured I would just start on one of them and test everything out first before I start doing it to all the others. But basically, we've got pretty much a fat quarter, like 18 by 22 roughly. And then on the shorter ends, I folded in about, I didn't measure it, but about 1/2 inch twice, folded over. I'm going to sew down these seams. That's where we're going to put our elastic. This is the part I'm not sure about. I can't remember what length I did the little handle to hang it. And I got to kind of play around and see where I want to attach it and how I want to attach it. So let's get to doing that real quick.
Never the same. Never you calling my name, I'm taking my sweet time. Hey, whatever the plan, I know I'm holding the best of me out of my hand. I know you always understand. Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me.
Okay, moved you over to the serger for a minute. It's turned inside out. There we go. That's perfect. Now we'll just get our handle put on. Okay, I think that worked out. We got a grocery bag holder. Stuff them into the top. I did put the little handle on from the inside and just tried to keep it along this little seam here. There we go. Okay, clearly it is a completely different day now, as you can probably tell by the clothes, but I dropped my daughter off at school today, and I really should have just gotten started on working as soon as possible, but I really want fancy coffee today that I didn't make, so we're gonna go grab that first. I didn't even make it to the coffee place. It's one of those mornings, so instead we're gonna have to make one ourselves. Maybe that's what I was supposed to do all along. Okay, so yesterday I was working on the grocery bag holders, and I kept messing around with them, trying to see what kind of little handle I wanted to put on them. And I did them 3 different ways before I settled on how I'll do them moving forward. I mean, I'm still going to sell all these because they'll work just fine. This is the first one. Handle was like the little loop itself was a little bit thicker. I put it on after I had basically sewn all the rest of this up. And so trying to like hold the elastic out to get this stitched on, I don't know, I just felt like the stitches were kind of wonky, so I didn't love that, even though it's probably not a big deal. Then I tried making the little strap smaller and just including it in the seam whenever I sew up the side. And again, that one works too, because you can, I mean, it's still gonna hang just the same. I just wasn't entirely in love with that one. And so this one, I went with the smaller loop, and I sewed it on like the first one, but I went ahead and just sewed it on one of the sides first before completely sewing up this like long side seam. So it's not quite centered, but I liked this better because then I can sew it on while it's flat and the stitches on this side just look a little bit better. Anyways, so that's where we landed. This is what happens when I make something the first time and I really like it and then I don't write down any of my measurements or how I did it or anything like that. And it's frustrating because I do this a lot. Anyways, I didn't feel like I had the energy yesterday, so all I accomplished was these 4. I have one more cut out, but I needed to change out the thread on my machine to a different color. And I had a couple bowl covers cut out and I didn't finish those either. Basically, after I did these, I was like, that's it. We're turning it off for the day. So we're going to pick up there. I'm going to finish the other grocery bag holder that I had cut out. And then I think that I will finish the bowl covers. I think I only cut out 2, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, but I guess I should stop procrastinating and get to work. So let's get some stuff done today, I suppose. All right, I got the loop sewn on. The loop sewn on, and I got the elastic in. So we're just gonna move on over to the serger and close up this long edge, and then it'll be done. Which is why I like making these, because they're so simple. Well, you know, even more simple if you just remember what you're doing the first time around and don't have to experiment 3 different times. Okay, I got the 2 that I had cut out done. The 2 bowl covers. So this little cherry print. They are reversible, so the other side will be red gingham. And then this one I thought was just a really cute print that I had found online. And then the inside, just like a light pink and cream. I know I'm going to need a lot more than this. I have, let's see. This is what I have left from the last market. This blue one with the red gingham. Purple. This blue floral print. This one. Alright, and then we'll add these to the stack. And I know this is all I have of these, so I'll definitely have to get some more of those made. 7, yeah. I don't know how many I want to have for markets, but more than 7 for sure. Since I'm done with those, and since I'm done with the grocery bag holders for now, I think I'm going to move on, like I was saying, to just pulling everything out of the boxes and getting them back on the shelf so I can kind of better figure out what I have and how much of those things I have and kind of plan from there. Okay, ended up kind of way off track. I think I mentioned earlier about the makeup bags. Like, they're just kind of hit or miss for me. Has to be the right season, the right location. I don't know. Some people can sell them really, really well, and I feel like mine, I'm not sure. So then I was thinking, well, what I would really like to do is maybe make just a smaller one. Once I got in the middle of that, I thought I actually would like to have some new labels. I was putting my labels on everything for a while, and then I kind of stopped because I just didn't like the labels. That's what we wound up with, and I think it's really cute. I like it a lot. I think I like the sizing better. I think I like the material better. the font, like all of it. I like it. So here was the final product. I just think that turned out really, really cute. I love the sizing on it. I am going to iron it and try to get some of the creases out of it and stuff. But I was thinking yesterday, since I made a new tag that I really like, the last thing I want to do is get into the middle of a project when things are moving really, really well and fast, and then remember, oh, now I have to stop and print new tags and cut those out and transfer them to the ribbon and then trim those, and then, before you know it, you're off track by an hour or more. So I'm going to start by prepping a whole bunch of those first. It'll probably be more than I need for these bags, hopefully. And then that way we'll just have a little stash to work off of for a little while. So yeah, that's what we're going to get started on today. I kind of skipped some steps that didn't get videoed, but I made all of my tags, or I made a good stack of them. I just knocked over the whole stack, but I made a good stack. I think there's maybe close to 50 here, so I feel like that's plenty to get started for now. And then I had cut out some fabric yesterday to make more of the little makeup bags that I said we were going to work on. So I got all those cut out. I got all the liners cut out, and I got all the foam cut out, and they're lightly spray basted on just to help in this process now that I'm about to quilt all of them so they won't move too much. So now we're just moved on to actually quilting them. That is something that I've started doing that I like a lot more. When I first started sewing, I was doing everything with just like a polyester batting, a little thick batting that I could get from Hobby Lobby for a really good price. And it is still a really good bang for your buck for like how much you're going to get for the price. But I've just found that I really, really, really love foam for nearly everything. It's been a little bit difficult to try and decide if I want to use foam for everything because it's significantly more, like costs significantly more to make an item with foam versus the typical polyester batting. But the foam makes it look a little bit more elevated and fancier because it just has a better structure to it. So for me, I think it is worth the cost. And also I was able to find it in bulk, so that helped a ton. Anyways, so I got all that cut out, and we're going to get to quilting. Okay, we're now into Wednesday, and just dropped my daughter off, so we've got 4 hours to get some stuff done. I was working on the makeup bags yesterday, and I really want to finish them today, but there's a couple things I gotta do first. One, the stack of fabric that's piling up on my cutting table. I gotta put those scraps away. I'm just running out of room in my buckets for the scraps, so I've been putting it off, but it's getting overwhelming. Then I've got some orders on Etsy for lots of keychain scarves, and they're not due to ship out yet, but I just feel like they're kind of weighing on me because there's quite a few. So I just want to go ahead and get that done today and get them shipped out, and then get back to work on the makeup bags. So I'm going to try not to be too chatty because I know I talk too much, but let's see if we can get all that done. Scraps away, orders made and finish the makeup bags. Okay, I got the scraps sorted out. Now I'm going to move on to pulling the fabrics that I need to cut for these orders, which this is F on there. That one cut out. This one is S. This one is V. It's like these tiny little strawberries. That one's really cute. I think there's only one of that one. Size regular. This is Q. It's just a black and white gingham. M, which is this print. It's really pretty. Okay, I'm excited about this one because I really, really love this print. I think it's a cute little dainty flower print, and this is the first time somebody's ordering this print, and they're doing 5 mini, 14. Okay, 14. So let's get to cutting. Okay, I got keychain scarves finished up. I thought, okay, I have 4 hours that she's gone to school. I'm gonna, put the scraps away. I'm gonna make all the keychains, get them packaged up, get them shipped out, and start working on the boxy bags. I picked up my daughter like an hour and a half ago, and we're just now finishing these. So it's just that, I don't know if I would say it's just that kind of day, or if I just overestimate what I can actually accomplish in 4 hours. And I don't feel like I got sidetracked that much, but what can you do? Anyways, here's some of the little, I guess I could show you a completely finished one. I have no idea if the people who buy these even care about this little extra key ring. I put them on there just in case you want to use it on your keys. You can add more stuff. I think most people probably take them off and just use them as a little back scarf to hang on, and it does open up there. Anyway, so we got black gingham. This print I really, really, really love. This is actually going to be the last one I have of this print because I have to do some searching and see if I can find some more, but I wasn't finding it easily. We've got 2 of these pretty rifle paper code prints. Same with this one, which both of those are always really popular. This one is that cute blue strawberry, and this is the first time somebody's purchased this print as well. And then the minis, these are the minis, which here I'll show you. Comparison wise, obviously the regulars get the larger clip, and the minis get a smaller one, but it does still open up on the side. Anyways, but size comparison, you can see it's a good difference. So again, rifle paper code prints. And then this is that one I said I was really excited that somebody ordered it because it's the first time someone's ordered this print. And I think that it's actually really, really, really adorable as a mini. Like, I think the print just goes perfectly with that size. So I'm so excited about those. I'm going to have to take a little video for TikTok. I love them. I just love that print though. It's really like cheerful looking. So we're going to get these packaged up and get them out to the mailbox before the mail runs. And then maybe we'll get started on boxy bags. Okay, I finally finished up all the little makeup bags, and I am really happy with how they turned out. Like, the sizing is perfect. I wanted something that was going to be smaller, that's like, I still feel like it's perfect size to store makeup, brushes, and makeup and stuff like that. But I also feel like it's small enough that you can use it for anything. Like, it could be used in your bag just to like store extra stuff on the go. So I'm just so happy. I love the tags. I love the size and shape. Yeah, I'm really pleased with them. But with that, I'm probably going to call it here before this is the longest first video ever. But I have a feeling this is kind of what most videos will be. It'll be like a week's worth of working on orders from Etsy or working on market prep. And then when those markets come up, I'm going to try my best to video that too and how those go. And also I have ideas of stuff I want to do just to update my booth for markets. And there may be a couple DIY projects and stuff. Anyway, so I'll video that stuff too. And if there's anything that you would like to see in particular, please feel free to comment and let me know. But yeah, if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you can check back in a week for another update. Bye.